Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of God be upon you. I just want to do a quick video, maybe hopefully wake some people up. Our first duty and the right that humanity has over us is that we speak truth and that we care about them enough to try to call them to awaken consciousness. I want to talk about the word ignorance. I'm going to define it first. It says here it's a noun. In the definition, it says lack of knowledge or information, incomprehension of, unawareness of, unconsciousness of, unfamiliarity with, inexperience with, lack of knowledge about, lack of information about. SubhanAllah. We're all, by definition, ignorant because none of us have full comprehension of anything. None of us have full awareness of anything. None of us are fully knowledgeable about any given topic. No one, not even the prophets. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when they ask you about the hour, say, the knowledge is with God alone. No one knows besides God the hour that it will be established, the day of judgment, the hour of judgment. So none of us can claim to, know everything. Arrogance is a thing that is detestable. And there's all kinds of forms of arrogance and pride. Nationalism is a form of arrogance and pride. Racism, thinking you're better because you're a part of a certain race or because you're from a tribe or whatever. This is all jahiliyyah. It's ignorant, and it's rampant through even Islam. You have brothers from different countries who won't let their daughters marry other brothers from different countries, and that's the definition of jahiliyyah. This is ignorance. The reason that the world is so divided and so lacking in awareness is because it's been purposely made that way. The people who run the world, the 1% of the world's population, who control the media and the large corporations, they control what people learn, what people see, and they also manipulate and use psychological tactics to divide people against one another. They don't promote goodness, they don't promote reality. I hear about, and an example of how this works is in American black culture. You hear people now talking about the rebel flag and white supremacy. I want to tell my black brothers and sisters, three of my children are half black. Two of them are actually half Somalian, and one of them is half Black American, African American, whatever the case may be. I say human because that's what we all are. I'm very well aware that every human being comes from Africa, that we can be traced through mitochondrial DNA to the same woman from Africa. Oh, this is by no means a form of racism or belittling a race of people. But if you are going to consider the rebel flag as a sign of hate, a sign of racism, then you are missing the true form of white supremacy, which is your own culture that has been used against you, your own entertainment industry and your music and those people that you're looking up to and that you're idolizing and following. Rap music teaches ignorance, teaches to hate, self-hate. It teaches self-hate. It teaches division. It teaches violence. It teaches ignorance. It teaches women to be belittled and degraded. And you notice that if you listen to country, rock and roll, all these other forms of music, you don't see that. You don't see it. Your own entertainment is being used against you. So when you talk about the flag, and when you talk about white supremacists, know this: hip hop, rap culture, black entertainment has done more to hurt your race than any white supremacist organization that is around today. Now, back in the 60s, back in the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, the days of slavery, I don't argue about the problems that we had then. But what I'm saying now is that you're hurting yourselves more than these people could ever hurt you. And that was their plan. They knew that they could no longer do it from the open, so they did it from within. This is the same thing that has happened to Islam. And Muslims, this is happening to us. Our emotions are being used against us so that we can portray an image of Islam, and they could portray it to the rest of the world that is contradictory to our religion. These people wish to divide humanity. They wish people to destroy themselves so that they can profit. War is one of the biggest financial industries there is. The bankers, the Zionist bankers, have always funded war. The Holocaust is a thing that was set up by Jewish bankers and funded by Jewish bankers in order that they would be able to, after the Holocaust was over, be able to say, oh, look, we are Jewish people, we're God's people, we'll never have this happen to us again. And now, if you say this, you're anti Semitic. I don't have a problem with Semitic people, but those people in Israel, the ones who run it, 98% of today's Jewish population aren't even truly Jewish people. They adopted the religion centuries ago, and they're not truly Jewish people. They are not Semitic. So it's not anti-Semitic to talk about these people. And they funded Adolf Hitler secretly through Western banks, which Prescott Bush, the father of George Bush Sr., was involved with and had his assets freezed because of it. Every single United States president, besides Martin Van Buren, can be traced back to John Lackland. The Western groups, Britain, all of these things, all of these countries, they can all be connected together. They all stick together. I'm tired of the he said, she said. The reality of the fact is that everybody is ignorant. Everybody is being played like pawns. And the 1% of the world's population and those who entertain you and those who give you your information are playing on your will for ignorance because you are willingly being ignorant because you're following it. You're watching the TV, you spend all of your time watching sports or television, you want to watch the American Idol and The Voice and this and that. Meanwhile, the world is being ransacked and people are being blown up for God wars, gold, oil, and drugs. The Muslims, we are just as guilty as anybody else, if not more guilty than anybody else, because we have the guidance of God and we still choose to remain divided. We still fight with one another as the kuffar like us to do because of disagreements, petty disagreements, nationalism, tribalism, stupidity. Oh, we're the right people of God. No, we're the right people of God. Oh, no, Abu Bakr was supposed to be the first caliph. No, Ali was supposed to be the first caliph. No, you're talking about things that happened centuries ago. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah. I bear witness that there is no God but God. There is only one God. Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. I bear witness that Muhammad is the messenger of God. It doesn't say anything about who was the first caliph after the Prophet Muhammad. It doesn't say this or that or this or that. It says there's no God but God and Muhammad was the messenger. You show me a Muslim that will say other than that, and I will show you a liar or a kafir. Period. If they say that Muhammad is not the messenger, or that Allah is not one God, that he's not the only God, then they're a kafir. So there's no need for division because these people are outside the fold of Islam. You know? Stop being ignorant. Stop letting these people break us. Come together, love one another, help each other in acts of goodness and piety, and strive for the sake of Allah. There's no need for swords. There's no need for bombs. There's no need for these things now because there's 1.6 billion of us. And there actually is more good people in the world than there is bad. They're just really, really misled. And if they see 1.6 billion people coming together, doing good things, standing up against tyranny, standing up against things that are hurting the world and society, and actually showing that what they're saying is true, and displaying good character and showing genuine love and want for good for the rest of humanity, they will support them. And the people who seem so powerful right now will be destroyed, inshallah. But I fear that it won't happen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.